But Carlin, first of all, I want to welcome Deputy Cleary's bill, and I want to say I'm supporting it. I agree with giving more powers, which is a good thing. But the only thing in this country that I do worry about is that we're mighty at looking back at the mistakes that have been made, and we don't know how to do a contract that we can stay in budget. And that is a major, major problem. Governments down through the years, there's every excuse given, be it putting the next in or doing up this building in here, or whatever we're at, down through the years, there's always an excuse. It's labour. Well, labour, I can tell you, it hasn't gone up that much, because when you talk to workers around the country, their pockets aren't any fuller than they were 3 or 4 years ago in Ireland. We decide, or I don't know who, the biggest problem I believe is that there are people handling contracts that have a bull's iota about them, and there's only one way. If you don't know how to do it, the best way you can go forward is design and build it and put it out for a fixed price contract, and that's the only way you'll know that you won't spend any more. It's a pretty simple methodology, providing that you make sure you put every item that you want into the room and multiply it by 650 rooms, and it's a very, very simple type of system. But we decided that we'd look at this one time when we'd done the primary care centres, and we decided that we'd give the builder a 25-year contract, and then after that we renegotiate again, instead of saying to them, hey buddy, after 25 years for €100 or €1,000 or whatever, we own the building. But we don't seem to know how to do those things. We need to bring in a system, in my belief, that we make sure that, first of all, when we're designing something, that we know what we're designing and that we get the right people to do it. Not people scratching their head after a while and costing the state money. And indemnity insurance needs to be called in. We shouldn't be letting people off the hook. And those people that allow this up along the chain, I'm a believer that if someone delivers something on time and the people involved in it, be it the civil servants or the private sector, give them a bonus. If they don't deliver it on time and if they are over the budget, well then there should be consequences for situations like that. We are now facing a scenario where contracts around this country, and especially in rural areas, we don't know where they're going to be over the next year or 2 years. And sadly, over the taxpayer of this country, and this is look at everyone is looking around them and saying, oh, this has to go on and this has to go on. Nothing has to go on. You can put the brakes on something for a few months or and have a detailed analysis of it and see where you're going. And the other thing, Minister, with all of this that's going on at the moment, there isn't a word at the moment. All I'm hearing is one word I'm hearing coming out every minister and the Taoiseach about broadband, which is another thing that has to come. I wonder, is there budget cuts to that? It's coming shortly. Well, I went to school a while, I mightn't have gone that long, but I never knew what date shortly was. I'd like to know, when is it coming and when is it being delivered? Because this word shortly has gone on since August and I'm getting sick of it.